family, welcome back to my channel. I'm Rah, your self-accountability coach, and I'm here to talk about being more authentic. So I posted this video on TikTok and it got a lot of views. So we're just gonna kind of get into a little bit more detail about what I meant, what I said, and I said what I said, and the girls that get it, and the ones that don't. Let's dive right in. You guys already know how I roll, so here we go. So what I'm gonna do is post the videos that I talk about from TikTok down below in the description box so that you guys can get more of a context and a feel of what the video is, how it went. If you didn't see it, maybe you need a reminder. But the very first thing about this video and the reason why I posted it and everything that I said was we tend to make ourselves uncomfortable and people please when it comes to people. And I know that I've done this in the past, especially with the people that I love more so than people that I just see on the daily. I think I'm a little bit more strict on my boundaries with people that I deal with on the daily instead of the people that I love or that I hold near and dear. And those typically are the people that you do have to implement your boundaries with, and you do have to speak up for yourself and make sure that you are still comfortable, that you're not allowing somebody to be the main character in your story. And it's not necessarily about being selfish in a negative sense or a negative light. And I really just kind of want to remove the feeling and the essence of what people feel when you say selfish, because being selfish, in my opinion, can also be positive. Putting yourself first, making sure your needs are met first. And I don't want to give the idea that you should be doing that at the detriment to someone else. It's just making sure that you put your wants and needs first. Make sure you fill your cup and it's overflowing first. When you come into a union though, especially for people pleasers or those that don't have boundaries, you tend to, especially when you're in your feminine energy or you're a female, you tend to not want to rock the boat. We tend to be more accommodating, overly accommodating. And that is something that we have to watch, especially when we're in love, because the thing about it is being too accommodating may get you some bad treatment, just to be honest. You know what I mean? And when we love people, we just want to give and over accommodate and stuff. You gotta have balance in your life. That's what this is all about, balance. So I kind of dive into the video about being honest about your likes and your dislikes. Your partner, when you're dating, or even when you're, I don't know, I want to say dating friends, but you're not dating friends. When you have the process of getting to know people to see if they're going to be a good friend or whatever, you want to show up authentic so that you absolutely positively know that this person is around knowing how you are, and they just accept that. Whether they accept it or not, they know what they're dealing with. They know what they're getting when you show up the way you're supposed to show up as your true authentic self. So in the video, I say that, you know, we don't eat fish, and I don't eat fish. I do have my own traumatic experience when it comes to fish, and whether people see that as valid or not, that's not my concern. My concern is how I feel about fish. Therefore, I'm not gonna go to a restaurant that only serves fish. And the example that I gave was fictitious, and I think that kind of went over people's heads or whatever. But the particular restaurant only had fish or salad. And for me, I don't want to go out and get dressed up just to eat a salad for my main course meal. I don't want to do that. And I'm not going to make myself uncomfortable to do that just so that I'm not problematic for the person that I'm with, when I can just speak up and say, hey, you know, I know we never discussed this, but I don't eat fish. So can we go to a different restaurant? Do you mind? Maybe we can do a rain check, but that's not something that I want to do. I would love to still go out with you. I love the effort. I appreciate the effort. At the same time, I'm going to be highly uncomfortable going to this restaurant and not really being able to eat the way I want to eat, because your girl likes to eat. I just do. And I don't like to eat fish. And I think that we have to start to detach what I feel like has been an undertone of what society has ruled as being rude or inconsiderate. I kind of cringe at some of the comments when they think that speaking up for yourself or saying how you feel or having boundaries is rude. and inconsiderate. And it's like, where did you get that from? You really got to start looking at yourself if you're thinking like that. If you feel like you're being rude or inconsiderate when it's time to speak up for your wants and your needs. Baby boo, you have been conditioned. And I don't have to see your life, but I can kind of picture what it looks like. Just saying. Now this next part, I kind of got to tread a little light because I know people that are still trying to untangle the tangled cords in their mind. They might not get this. It might fly over their heads. But if you go out to a restaurant or you go and do something with somebody, you want to be comfortable because that energy can be felt. And if you don't verbally articulate what is going on, your body language, your energy, your demeanor can be misread as something else. And then the other person may feel uncomfortable. The other person may read that as being inconsiderate because you're uncomfortable, or maybe your face doesn't look like you're having the greatest time of your life. So you want to open up and speak, open up your throat chakra and speak about the things that you don't like, that you do like, that you don't need, that you do need. And you kind of want to do it before you end up in that situation. Now, somebody's like, oh, I got a surprise. I'm going to take you out, blah, blah, blah. And you end up there and you're like, oh God, I don't, blah, whatever. You do want to let your person know still. All right, man, you can fluff them up first. You can give them all the sugar and the sweetness and the honey first. I appreciate you. Thank you. You're the best. You're so thoughtful. At the same time, I know that we probably didn't communicate this. I don't eat fish. Now me, I'm very outspoken, and I made this video for people that aren't. So my partner already knows from the very first phone call that was like 7 hours long, baby, I don't eat fish. These are the things that I don't and won't eat. Please do not try to change that. If I decide to change it on my own, I will, and I will definitely let you know. But these are the things that I do not eat. These are the things that I do not like to do. These are the things that I don't like to participate in. These are the people and type of mindsets that I don't like to be around. I got that all out in the beginning. So this particular situation or dynamic is something that I don't currently have to deal with. It is something that I did see myself do a few years back when your girl wasn't so consciously evolved in herself. But it's something that I learned. It's something that I wanted to share to help other people so that they can find their happy medium and their balance. And you just gotta think, like, you don't ever want to compromise so much so that you minimize yourself. You want to be this bright, vibrant person because typically that is what people fall in love with. They fall in love with the genuine version of you. So you want to be that person. You don't want to minimize that person or hide that person because somewhere down the line, you're going to start to wonder, does this person just like me for the mask that I put on, for the show that I'm displaying and playing in, or do they really love me, the authentic me? And when you realize that they love the authentic you, it's going to make you fall in love with them even more or appreciate them even more. If it's a friend, if it's a family member, you tend to really, really rock with the people that really rock with the authentic you. And the only way that they can do that is if you show the real you. So happy getting to know each other, friends, family, roommates, boyfriend, girlfriend, boo, bae, whatever you guys are doing out there. I hope you enjoy it. If you haven't already, definitely go ahead and check out my TikTok if you're not familiar with it. If you haven't already, definitely check out my Instagram. I do post a lot of current things in my story on Instagram, so you kind of get a heads up on a lot of stuff when I'm on Instagram. And I definitely do private channeling sessions on Patreon. So if you're interested on seeing me on Patreon, joining the tribe, join the community, I will definitely post the link of all 3 of those social media outlets down below. And I will be happy to see you guys again. Thank you so much for sitting through the whole video. I love you guys so much. Mwah. Peace, love, and a little bit of spice. See you next time.